Ever feel like your phone is listening to you? You mention wanting a new pair of sneakers, and suddenly every ad you see is for shoes. It's not magic, and it's not just a coincidence. Welcome to the attention war, the invisible battle for your focus, where you are the ultimate prize. Today, we read diving deep into the psychology that modern advertisers use to capture your attention and influence your decisions. It's a fascinating and maybe slightly unsettling world. Stick around because what you learn today will change how you see every ad forever. So, how did we get here? For a long time, advertising was like casting a wide net. Think of old TV commercials or giant billboards. The goal was to reach as many people as possible and hope some of them were interested. But the internet changed everything. Suddenly, companies could collect data: what you click, what you watch, what you buy. This data is gold. It allows them to move from that wide net to a laser-guided spear, targeting you with incredible precision. Your attention became a scarce, valuable resource, and the war to capture it began. Every second you spend scrolling, watching, or clicking is a victory for someone. Let's talk about the weapons used in this war. The first one is the mere exposure effect. This is a psychological principle that says we develop a preference for things simply because we are familiar with them. Have you ever noticed the same brand logo popping up everywhere? On websites, on your social media, in videos. That's not an accident. Advertisers know that the more you see their brand, even subconsciously, the more you'll trust it. When it's time to buy, you're more likely to choose the name you recognize over one you don't. It's a subtle, slow-burn tactic, but it's incredibly effective. They are literally making their brand a familiar friend in your mind. Next up is one of the most powerful tools in their arsenal: emotional targeting. We like to think we make decisions based on logic and reason, but the truth is, most of our choices are driven by emotion. Advertisers know this better than anyone. They don't just sell a product, they sell a feeling. Think about it. A car ad isn't just selling steel and rubber. It's selling freedom, status, or security. A perfume ad sells romance and desire. They create stories and visuals that trigger specific emotions: happiness, nostalgia, excitement, even a fear of missing out or FOMO. When you feel an emotional connection, you're far less likely to question the price or compare alternatives. You're not just buying a thing, you're buying a piece of the feeling they've promised you. Now, let's get into something called cognitive biases. These are like mental shortcuts our brains use to make decisions faster. Advertisers love to exploit them. One classic example is the scarcity principle: limited time offer. Only 3 left in stock. Sound familiar? When we believe something is rare or in short supply, our brain automatically assigns it more value. We feel an urgent need to act before we miss out. Another one is social proof. This is our tendency to follow the actions of others. When you see an ad with thousands of 5-star reviews or testimonials from happy customers, you're more likely to trust it. The logic is simple. If so many other people like it, it must be good, right? It's a way to bypass our critical thinking by showing us that we're rejoining a crowd of smart, satisfied people. Let's talk about personalization. This is where it gets really advanced. Using the data they've collected: your age, your location, your interests, your past purchases, advertisers create ads that feel like they were made just for you. This is called hyper-targeting. It's why you see ads for hiking gear after searching for national parks, or ads for baby products after you've been browsing parenting forums. This level of personalization does 2 things. First, it makes the ad incredibly relevant, so you're more likely to pay attention. Second, it creates a sense of being understood. It feels like the brand gets you. This builds a powerful connection that makes you much more receptive to their message. It's no longer just an ad, it's a helpful suggestion from a source that seems to know exactly what you need. But here's the big question: what does this all mean for us? Are we just puppets on a string? Not at all. The key to winning the attention war is awareness. Now that you know these tactics, you can start to spot them. When you see an ad, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, what is this ad really selling me? What emotion is it trying to make me feel? Is it using scarcity or social proof to pressure me? By simply being aware of these psychological triggers, you can take back control. You can move from being a passive consumer to an active, conscious decision maker. This isn't about hating advertising, it's about understanding it. It's about ensuring that your choices are truly your own, not just a reaction to a perfectly crafted campaign. So, how can you arm yourself? First, be mindful of your digital footprint. Understand that your clicks, likes, and searches are all data points. You can use privacy settings in your browsers and apps to limit some of this tracking. Second, practice intentional consumption. Before you make a purchase, especially an impulsive one, take a beat. Step away from the screen for a few minutes. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or am I just reacting to a clever ad? This small moment of friction can be enough to break the spell. And finally, educate yourself. The more you understand about psychology and marketing, the more immune you become to their manipulative aspects. You start seeing the matrix. The attention war is ongoing, and the tactics will only get more sophisticated, but knowledge is power. By understanding the psychology behind the ads, you're no longer just a target, you're an informed observer. You can appreciate the creativity of a great campaign without falling for its tricks. You can navigate the digital world with confidence, making choices that align with your true values and needs. The goal isn't to escape advertising, that's impossible. The goal is to develop a healthy, conscious relationship with it. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the psychology of advertising. I hope it's given you some valuable insights you can use every day. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that helps you understand the world around you. Let me know in the comments what's the most effective or clever ad you've ever seen. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.